market may not be insanely bullish, but it does know how to react to good news. Just witness what happened to TherapeuticsMD, that's TXMD, yesterday. Here's a small drug company focused exclusively on women's health that maybe you've never heard of. TherapeuticsMD is all about developing advanced hormone replacement therapy drugs. And on Monday, after the close, we got some extremely positive phase 3 clinical trial results for the company's drug that treats some of the symptoms of menopause. These numbers suggest that this drug could be a really big deal, so it's no wonder the stock shot up 38% on the news. Plus, given everything TherapeuticsMD is working on, not to mention the company's phenomenal management team, I wouldn't be surprised if the stock has more room to run. But don't take it from me. Let's check in with Tommy Thompson. He's the former Secretary of Health and Human Services, who also happens to be the chairman of the board here, along with Robert Finizio, as the CEO of TherapeuticsMD. Find out more about their company's prospects. Mr. Thompson, Mr. Finizio, welcome to Mad Money.
Thanks for having us, Jim.
Thank you very much for having us.
Great to see you again, because I know that
it's always a pleasure.
I've interviewed you many times. And first, I just want to ask, Robert, the market's big.
Yeah.
But it's been difficult because the FDA has always been worried about side effects to a medicine.
Yes.
What is this REJOICE study that you're doing giving you such hope that things could be good here?
The data on our investigational new drug was incredibly positive. And what we're trying to do here is compile that data and file a new drug application with the FDA in the first half of 2016. The indication we're going after, which will lead to the answering your question here, is for symptoms of vulvovaginal atrophy, also referred to as VVA.
Right.
Very common. Half of all women in the U.S. that are postmenopausal, so that's 1 of every 2 postmenopausal women, suffer from this issue. It's chronic. It's progressive, so it gets worse if not treated. And the current products on the market today, only 7% of women are treated with the prescription therapies, and it's $1.5 billion with no generics.
Now, when we weigh these, historically, there have always been some issues that in order to get rid of some of the symptoms, there are cancer, heart problems.
Yes.
I know that you would not affiliate yourself with a company where the risk-reward was like that. How does the government work on this? Because right now, if it's not life-threatening, why would they approve something that could have those side effects?
Jim, the reason I'm with this company, first off, is because this company is so ethical and does everything so correctly. But when I was secretary, if you remember correctly, the Women's Health Initiative was started.
Right.
And they made the report. I was on my way to NIH that day, Jim, to give the speech when they canceled my speech and canceled the study because the study was so overwhelmingly, and I think it was misdiagnosed in many areas, that this hormones that women were taking was causing some cancers, some heart problems, and as a result of that, it absolutely destroyed the hormone market for women. Right. And as a result of that, there's been really nothing out there to help women.
Until this, which seems to
Until
not...
this was here, and that's why I joined the company, because I wanted to join the company to really do something for women, and that's why I became chairman of the company. Jim.
And I know your record, because I used to interview you as part of my old show, and I know you mean it when you say it. Now, when I hear something this special, I say to myself, uh-oh, are they going to charge some outrageous price because they're wealthy women who might want to take it, and you know what, the others can't afford it, or maybe some healthcare company will pay for it?
No, absolutely not. We're here for women. We're here to make a difference, and I'll talk about what our data suggests in a bit, which we think is exciting. But we will price, our current plan is to price it in line with current products that are on the market today.
Even though those aren't as effective? Well, we don't know.
It's an investigational new drug, so I have to be careful what I say. But our data suggests a lot of benefits, which hopefully we can get into in a minute. But we plan on not taking the typical innovator 2 to 5x increase. Right. We plan on parking the price right where all the current products that are FDA approved are. And we think that's best for women. And on top of that, with a boss like him, I've got to watch my act.
All right. Well, speaking of that, I've got to tell you, one of the reasons when I first heard it, I was so excited you guys I would come on the show. But I have seen, and I know you can't make tell me right now, but I've seen spikes in stocks where companies come on the show and then they do a gigantic equity offering after, and people get mad at me. Why didn't you ask them about an equity offering? Maybe they would have told you, and I wouldn't have bought it the next day.
Right. So as of September 30th, we have $80 million in cash, which I think you're asking.
Right.
We currently have no plans to raise any money. We have about 10,000 data points in this phase 3 data package. We've just had it for a few days now. We have to dig through that data and find out what the best way to leverage this value of an asset is. before we even consider financing anything. So we've got a ways to go.
But the study is closed, right, for women who are watching the show?
Yes, study is finished.
Okay.
It suggests a number of very, very special things. As you are aware, some of the older legacy products with 32 million women in the U.S. that suffer from this issue, only 7% are being treated. As we said, it's a $1.5 billion market today. The other 30 million women that are not getting treated is a large, untapped, underserved, and growing market. The 7% of the women taking it, there's 3 major products that make up $1.4 billion of that $1.5 billion. There's 2 creams, which IMS data will tell you they stop every 43 days, and a vaginal tablet that's stopped use every 103 days. Could you imagine a chronic progressive disease like diabetes where everyone stopped every 2 to 3 months?
No.
And we've designed our product to specifically overcome the issues that are stopping women using from the current product.
Well, that sounds good. Now, I want to ask you as last, Tommy.
Yeah.
A lot of articles about price gouging.
Right.
There is some price gouging in the system. What should the government do, or can it do nothing because we're a free market?
Well, the government really is having a study today, and they're having a hearing on Capitol Hill, really to get to the bottom of this. And I think there has to be some kind of regulations about gouging. And that's why I am so proud to be connected with TXMD, because it's an ethical company. We're out there to serve women, and the price is going to be very much in line, and we are not going to increase the price just because we got a very novel drug.
Excellent. Big market, small company, do some work. That's Robert Finizio. He's the CEO of Therapeutics MD. And Tommy Thompson, the chairman of the company and a great patriot and servant at one point in the government, doing a lot of good things at HHS. No, I remember, so I want to say that because you always were. Mad Money will be back after the break. Thanks. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.